All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. You know what? Fuck it. Ghost sure. What Jamie Foxx thing? We know that he's sick, but thank you for the 5x5. Paul, prepping artist. Teresa, Dobby. Thank you for the 5x5. FP Miles, Slim Shady, Lori, Shadow Prepper. Thank you for the 5x5, guys. Michelle, thank you. Susan, thank you. Lee, what's going on, Blue Steel? Johnny 308. That's my conclusion. Agonizer, thank you for the 762 by 39. Steven, thank you for the 5x5. They said he's paralyzed and blind? Whew. Laura, thank you for the 5x5. Let's look it up. I know that's not the today's show is not, Jamie Foxx, but 9 by 19, 6 plus 68 plus 1. If I'm buffering, let me know. Cali Prepper, I think he had a stroke. They never said it. They were, Hollywood, they're being too secretive and shit. Like, oh, God, Jamie Foxx. Listen, whatever, man. This is what happens when you take something you're not supposed to take. And, well, listen, I think personally a lot of people didn't listen to whether or not they should take it. They were just convinced to take it. But give me 2 seconds, Jamie Foxx. Blind. Yeah, they said health shocker. Came out 4 hours ago or a day ago. Is Jamie Foxx partially blind or has been partially blind for weeks? Yeah, he's partially blind and he's paralyzed. How does a healthy guy like that, who works out on a regular basis, probably eats healthy, gets sick like that? And they're saying it was a blood clot, right? So clearly, guys, for those of us that are still pure bloods, we shouldn't have a problem. But the rest of the world is going to soon find out, or they're going to soon make the connection, right? So we should see. No, I did hear about that tick virus, Paul F. I heard about that a while ago. I'm not worried about it. It's not that it's standard, but it is what it is. It sounds like Paswana, but it's not. It's like Paswana or something like that. Yeah, I heard about that a while ago. The CDC is going to warn us about everything, guys. The regulator said he's Ray Charles for real now. I'm not going to say too soon, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, the CDC and WHO guys, they're going to warn us about everything under the sun. I think right now, whatever jumps on their radar, they're going to sit there and, warn us about it. What else are we going to do, right? I think the masses is going to get nervous. I think the rest of us will be fine. So anyway, guys, today's live stream is many will not make the next event. That was just a broad title. I'm running out of fucking titles here. But that was a title that I thought of because apparently, supposedly, we're not supposed to make any of the next pandemics that happen. A large percent of the world is supposed to pass away if the next pandemic happens. I think, personally, I said this before, I'll say it again, I think the next one's going to attack kids. It's going to affect kids in a big way. It's going to be a respiratory disease or virus, however you want to look at it. Right? So, but as a whole, guys, as many of us not many of us, but people not being prepared, sorry. a lot of people are not going to make it. Now, when I say many might not make it, I'm not talking about us. I'm not talking about us many. I'm talking about them, the normies. They're not going to make it. There's going to be a lot of things that they're not going to be ready for. Now, a lot of us are starting to prep, have been prepping for years. Psychologically, at least us older preppers, psychologically, we're ready for whatever they throw at us. And some of us have been tested in some shitty situations, right? I know a lot of you guys have gone through shit in your personal life. I know a few of us have gone through traumatic events. And if we're still here and we didn't eat a bullet, we'll be fine no matter what they throw at us. Just know that whatever they throw at us or whatever happens, we're thinking about it. So clearly, guys, it's called stress inoculation. When you inoculate yourself from stress in various ways, you know how to deal with it when it comes. So, for example, a lot of beginner preppers, I think they should take wilderness outdoor training. This is going to put you in a realm of being prepared physically and psychologically, right? So you take some, I think the guy's name is Green Beret, right? There's a YouTube channel, the Green Beret, or he was a Green Beret. I forgot the survivalist name. He moved up here to upstate New York. I'm looking to take his winter course come next year. I asked somebody, does it test your grit? And they go, very, very much so. And I was like, I'm in. I'm always looking to almost die at somebody's survival event, as stupid as that might sound, because it forces me to think faster and better, right? In an emergency, guys, Graybeard, Green Beret. That's the guy. That's the guy's class I want to take come next winter. But the Green Beret Chronicles is his channel. Okay. Right, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Listen, I've been in some situations where I should have died. I've been in situations where I paid to put myself in that position, right? And all of those times where I was in a stressful situation, I was always able to think what I'm going to do next. But as I get older, or as people get older, you could become pussified. And I don't want to be pussified, right? So I want to put myself in a situation where I'm like, man, this fucking sucks. Why did I do this? And keep in mind, I paid to put myself in this position, Those go-ruck events where you're running around the city with a backpack on and you're stressing yourself out physically and mentally, those are good. Those are very good because it keeps you sharp in the sense of you're going to be stressed out. Now, when COVID happened, Mr. 19, I couldn't believe how many people were stressed out over that bullshit. And I looked at it as bullshit. I'm like, well, a meteor didn't smash into this planet. The Yellowstone didn't go off. This is what we have to deal with. This is good. I can deal with this. But there were so many people stressed out over it. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Why are people stressed out? So when I talk about many people not surviving, I'm not talking about us per se. I'm talking about the normies. Now, of course, the next big climate disaster, they've been talking about this forever. Now, that's not to be confused with a natural disaster like a gigantic tornado or the biggest hurricane we've ever seen, or an earthquake that's going to have parts of Hawaii and or California slide off into the ocean. Now, I didn't know about Hawaii, but Hawaii has a slide or what's the name of it? The Hilna slump. I didn't know nothing about that. I was like, holy shit, that's a real fucking deal. That's a real thing. It's a part of Hawaii that's actually facing California, and that slides off into the ocean. That can cause a horrendous tsunami. 400 meters is what they're thinking. Rebel Zoe, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it as always, guys. Good riddance, California. Yeah, but the problem is, for those of us that like to help in situations like that, right, we're going to be the ones out there helping out. Probably motherfucking Californians that's what we're doing it, but nonetheless, we're still going to help out. But climate disaster is something that for over a decade right now, we've been spending money on trying to fix. That alone, guys, can bankrupt the country. right? The more disasters that happen, whether they're man-made or not, is irrelevant. The fact that we're spending money on cleaning this shit up and strengthening our infrastructure can absolutely also put us in a financial bind, right? So we have that bullshit to deal with. They said that hurricanes are going to get stronger, they're going to get bigger. Now, bigger is the problem, not so much stronger. Prosperity Now, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. The problem, guys, is the bigger. And if you have a bigger and stronger hurricane, you're talking about more land to be covered by this hurricane, causing more destruction, causing more money to be fixed, which can absolutely set us in a depression or at the very least a bad economic woe. And a lot of people don't think in those terms. They think that, oh, we're going to get more hurricanes. Fine. Now, what if we get hurricanes that span over, I don't know, 400 miles radius? No, let's bring it back to reality. 200-mile radius. We get something like that, but then we get multiples at category 4 or 5. You're talking about constant destruction and a cleanup bill that's going to put us in the trillions. Now, over the last 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, federal government per year has spent $46 billion on cleanup recovery. That's not including strengthening the infrastructures, like those, flood walls they want to build. Not tsunami walls, but flood walls, because the sea level is supposedly rising. Sea level has been rising since I was a kid. New York is still not underwater. They can go fuck themselves. Blue Steel, thank you for the donation. Well, insurance companies are definitely going to go belly up, or at the very least, they're going to raise the premium so much no one's going to be able to afford it. The country is bankrupt. That's going to make us more bankrupt, if that makes sense. But thank you for the donation, Blue Steel. I appreciate it. Jay Creature, thank you for the donation. Jay Creature, by the way, I got your email. I think you emailed me. You wrote me somewhere. I'm definitely going to get back to you if I didn't already. I apologize. But thank you for the donation. So with that, guys, building stronger roads, protecting homes, building walls to protect beaches, that's going to be... Sarita, thank you for the donation. For those of you that are looking and like, where the hell is it? She donated via Cash App. And of course, it popped up on my watch. Anyway, guys, how do we get ready for climate change? Well, climate change, guys, regardless, is happening. I know a lot of people don't agree with it. They think it's a hoax. It's not. Do I think it's man-made? That's the bigger question. No. I think that we're going through a regular cycle that we're supposed to go through. But when that cycle happened before, there were no humans around. Now there are humans around, and now we're trying to combat something that I think inevitably is going to fuck us. Now, granted, there are things we could do like raise houses, build those storm gates or walls or whatever it is in the ocean. I think that's going to help, but it's not going to stop it. I think we're definitely headed down that road. Being that it's not, I don't think it's man-made. I think, yes, we might have added to it, but not at the rate that they said we did. Though we have giant factories out there still pumping pollution in the air, but they want to go after our stoves and they want to go after our cars. Never mind the companies that have, never mind the countries that have these giant factories still pumping shit on a daily basis into the air. Oh, you're so uninformed. Mark says you are so uninformed and you're a shill. I guess I am, Mark. Whatever you want to call it at, listen, whatever. That's your thing. The problem is, Mr. Uninformed Shill, Mark, is that we can't completely discount the bullshit that's going on, right? I'm not saying that we caused this. Not at all. I'm just saying that it doesn't help. What I'm also saying is, Adriana, thank you for the donation. What I'm also saying is that the Earth is going through its natural cycle. Now, as far as the sea levels rising, I don't see that here. I call bullshit on that. New York City was supposed to be underwater. If I'm not mistaken, we were supposed to be underwater come 2020 or 2018. It is 2023, and I can still see the Hudson River. And when you go to the Hudson River, you don't see it. You haven't seen it rise like at all. The East River, another one, hasn't risen at all, right? So the sea level rising thing, I call bullshit on, and they're gonna keep scaring us with that. The sea level is gonna rise when? One fucko. When is it gonna rise? So it hasn't risen. Do I believe in HAARP? Yes, I do. I actually have confirmation on HAARP, so I do believe in that. I get it. What you're saying, the increase in bad weather like hurricanes and shit like that. Yes, there's a part of me that believes HAARP might be responsible for a lot of those. Some of them might be naturally forming, but frequency increases. I think HAARP is taking over. Absolutely. Water levels never changed. Mark, that was my point. The water levels never changed. But you need to calm down, you fucking conspiracy theory freak. Listen, I'm a conspiracy theory freak, but you're all over it today. You're like, you're a shill, because I think that the world is going through its natural process. It is. It has been recorded in trees, rocks, volcanic activity, the ocean. You name it, it's been recorded. Now, the planet heating up could be a thing. But as far as the sea level rising, I'm calling bullshit on that. When, what's his name? Not Cuomo. Al Gore. We're supposed to be underwater now. Or at the very least, we're supposed to be seeing the water rise up to the level where it's even with the, not the promenade, but yeah, okay, the promenade. Like it's supposed to be up that high already. It's not. There is no section of Manhattan or anywhere in New York that's underwater. There's no section of Florida that's underwater. The Bahamas and the rest of those islands are still in the ocean, still rocking and rolling. So, yeah, I believe in HAARP. I definitely do. Yeah, listen, there's definitely a combination of shit, guys. It's not just HAARP. It's not just chemtrails. Chemtrails are a different conversation for a different day. I think a lot of that shit is what we're breathing in, not so much weather controlling, though they do say that a lot of the weather HAARP in them is dictated by chemtrails, but I don't know how true that is. I just know that HAARP is real. But I think Mark calmed the fuck down, or maybe he's getting more whiskey to gear up. Who the fuck knows? Anyway, guys, a study that was done found that federal government spending about $46 billion per year on recovery from disaster. That is not including, again, strengthening the infrastructures and things that need to be strengthened. We'll definitely get around to that, but yeah, man. That is something we still need to entertain. Guys, not everything could be is a conspiracy theory, but a lot of things are. And you have to be able to differentiate that. You can't sit there and scream at the sky, chemtrails. He says, I don't drink, thanks. Then you're just a psych patient. How about that? You're welcome. Anyway, you can't scream at the sky going, chemtrails, like you look like a fucking asshole. If that's what you think, keep it to yourself. Wait till it, and there is proof. There's videos and or pictures of shit being sprayed in the sky, or that one guy that took a picture from inside a jet that had some kind of chemical, silver nitrate or whatever the fuck it was supposed to be sprayed in the air. So there's proof to that. To what that's going to do to us, I don't know. There's a crazy conspiracy theory I have, and I have fun with this. So forgive me for those of you that are like, what the fuck? The chemtrails being sprayed in the air is to adapt the planet to a new environment, a new atmosphere. And that new atmosphere would be for the lizard people that are trying to adapt, though the lizard people adapted a long time ago. But then again, that's my weirdo conspiracy theory. I have a bunch of weirdo conspiracy theories, but that's like my really weird one. And then the other one is to adapt, for the planet to adapt to whatever species might be coming in this direction. If you believe in the lizard people or aliens that are already here, they might be adapting the planet for their people to come, the rest of them to come here. There's also that. Suspicious observer. Moldy Soldier said, "What's your beef with Suspicious Observer?" I don't have a beef with him. I just think he's full of shit. He's always scaring people with his bullshit as well. Um, Granted, there's a lot of things going on with the planet. According to Suspicious Observer, we should have been dead already. That's all. Not angry, Jason. Jason in the chat. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Yeah, Suspicious Observer. Listen, I listen to some of the shit he says, but I also I think that you can't keep blowing people's fucking. You can't keep stressing people out. That's my personal I don't think you should be stressing people out with the bullshit. But anyway, guys, moving along, new pandemics in 2019, a few months before Mr. 19 sparked a global situation. A group of government officials, business leaders, and academics, some of you know where I'm going with this, academics conveyed in New York City to role play a scenario in which a novel virus sparked a deadly pandemic. We all know where that's going. Now, I found it interesting that during this simulation or role playing, they stated that in 18 months, 65 people should have been dead. Jason is drinking Malta. I haven't drank Malta in years. I'm talking about maybe 40 years. I'm 45, going to be 46. I haven't drank that in a long time. So, yeah, no thank you. I haven't had that in such a long time. And I think I tried to have it a few years back, and I was just like, not for me anymore. I used to like it, but not anymore. Listen, as far as the truth goes, guys, the problem with it is there's a lot of shit being hidden out there. And yes, you can only hide it for so long. Like this bullshit with the Event 201, that's what I'm talking about, which was a simulation. It missed the mark that they wanted, 65 million. I think that was the number they wanted to kill over. But I have a feeling they're going to have another Event 201, and they're going to call it something different, and that's where we're going to be at. And that is going to have a virus that has a deadlier or stronger contagion, meaning it's easier to catch. Though I think Mr. 19 was fairly easy. I definitely think they're going to have another simulation event to see where this goes. But again, that's my conspiracy theory. Malta by Goya. Listen, like I said, I used to drink that shit when I was younger, and I was just like, But again, do you think Jamie Foxx had Jay Creature? Yes, I definitely think Jamie Foxx is a vax injured person. Absolutely. There are a lot of celebrities out there, guys, that are injured by the arm ticket. Absolutely. And there's no one that's going to make me think differently. You're not going to change my mind on that bullshit. I absolutely think so. Karen said China just told their people to get a year's supply of food as fast as they can. I don't know. Listen, I don't think it's going to be nuclear. It might be financial. I think they might be looking at You see, the thing is, guys, when we see warnings like that, get as much food as possible, we automatically think nuclear war or maybe something from outer space. It could be something as simple as the Great Depression around the corner. ADAPT 2030 has great information. Check them out. I will. Zoe Rebel, thank you for the donation. Again, appreciate it as always. Martin in Canada, look him up. Mike Martin in Canada, look him up. You guys, when you put this in the chat, you gotta email me and remind me this shit. I will forget. As soon as I'm done with it, I'm thinking about my next, Angry Truths channel, and then I'm thinking about the next video to what you call. So, but listen, I think the next problem is going to be for the normies. I think that's going to be their problem, guys. I think for those of us, Anna, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. I'll definitely look at AddUp 2030. Listen, guys, for all of the conspiracy theories that are out there, it is absolutely good to put it in the back of your head. It's absolutely good to think about it, to see how you would approach the situation if something like that was to happen. Absolutely. That's our wargaming, right? But don't take everything, take it all with a grain of salt, even from me. You take shit on YouTube, guys, from a grain of salt. Until it happens, then we can go, okay. But other than that, we take it with a grain of salt. We get ready for it, right? But we don't stress out over it. Never stress out about this shit. I'm going to say it a million fucking times, guys, till I'm blue in the face. Fucking do not stress over the shit you hear on YouTube, including from me. All right? What you do, guys, is what you do, guys, is you put it in the back of your head, and that's it. You don't get bent out of shape. You don't do any of that shit. You just fucking let it be. And then when it happens, you go, oh, okay. Part of stress inoculation. Wargaming, all the shit that could possibly happen, guys, looking at everything and going, okay, I heard of this before. I'm not completely surprised. You don't want to be completely surprised, but you don't want to believe in everything either. All right? It's a balance. It's a balance. You have to be balanced, guys. You can't just fucking wholeheartedly, in there and yes, it's going to happen. Just be easy, man. Even the fucking Canadian fella and the failed porn star, just look at their information and go, all right. And then just look at it. Entertain yourself, laugh, whatever it is. But just take the information, put it in your backyard. So when it does happen, you don't flip out, right? Like when you get on a plane. A lot of us that get on a plane, an airplane that is, I always go through my head, what if some asshole jumps up and tries to open up the plane door? As I said in my last live stream, I am beating the balls off of him until he stops moving or breathing. You choose. But that's my game plan, is to fucking make sure he stops seeing straight or thinking right. That's my game plan, right? So if someone jumps up and goes, I gotta get off this plane, or there's a lady on the wing breaking the engine apart. Some of you know what movie that's from, right? You hear somebody say some shit like that, as soon as they jump up, I'm jumping up with them, and we're gonna square off right then and there in the plane. That's my game plan. So if it does happen, I have a plan, right? To think, guys, of every emergency that goes on and have a plan for it. The likeliness of that emergency to the unlikeliness of that emergency, you still think of a plan for that emergency. Zombie apocalypse, I got a fucking plan for that. Hopefully it doesn't happen, and the likeliness of it happening is small, but nonetheless, if it jumps into action, I'm going to jump into action, right? If there's an earthquake in New York City, I already have a plan that, like, I'm on the 21st floor. I'm getting in by the elevator shaft or the stairways as fast as possible and making my way as I possibly can, right? That's a plan. You have to have a plan for everything. You might be in a zone where there is no earthquake, but you should still have the idea in your head that it could happen and that how you're going to react. Because you don't want to sit in your home thinking it'll never happen, and then it does, and then you do this shit. What's going on? What's happening? Instead of getting by a doorway or out of the house. In our case, that live in buildings, stairway, or by the elevator shaft. Those are the two places you're probably going to want to be. Right? So, and you can catch prions disease. When you guys write like this, like I have no clue what you're talking about. Maybe it's not for me. Whatever. Zombies swallow. Do they? Don't care, because I'm fucking running. I have a plan for them. I have a plan for, well, the one plan I don't have that I keep wargaming is black or gray goo. I have no plan for that. I'm like, what would I do if that actually took place? You know, and if Grey Goo was to happen, I think we're all fucked. I don't think there is a way to stop it, and EMP would be the only way to stop Grey Goo. If it's biological nanotechnology, that could be a problem. EMP might not be able to solve that problem. Right, guys. So now, natural disasters, as it goes, the Helena slump, which I had no clue. I just learned about it today. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Supposedly, it's the eastern edge of Hawaii that's facing California. Is said if that slumps into the river, oh my God, slumps into the ocean, it can cause a dramatically bad tsunami for all of the western coast of the United States, also Mexico, and of course, and that's it. Yeah, of course, Mexico, western coast can absolutely be swallowed by a tsunami if that Helena slump goes down. I hope I said that right. Rebels always said, "What's Grey Goo?" Grey Goo. All right, sorry about that, guys. I thought people knew. So Grey Goo, guys, is nanotechnology that is out of control and multiplies so fast it turns into this gray gooish kind of figure, and it's not really goo. It just looks like goo, and it's a theory. It's a theory that was written in a book, and then scientists actually put their 2 cents in, and they said it could happen. If nanotechnology was to get out of control and replicate itself at an alarming rate, it can cause this goo-like effect that starts taking over everything. And therefore, it starts eating organic material, such as us, animals, trees, life, and it just swallows the planet. Depends on the rate that it's built at or moves at, if that makes sense. So it's nanotechnology that gets out of control. It's called Grey Goo. Some people refer to it as black goo as well. They're also working on nanotechnology at a organic level. So bioorganic level nanotechnology, right? So hopefully that an evil flubber, yes, exactly, Paul F. Like the Blob, but gray. Hopefully that makes sense. Look it up online, jeez. Or, like Little Socialism said, you could look it up online. But it's one of the ways that the world would end. So when you looked up end of the world scenarios, that's one of the way the world will end because there's no way to stop it. If it is mechanical or electronic in nature, it can be stopped with an EMP. But if it's organic material, it will not be able to stop. And in essence, we would die. Black goo is a spiritual thing. Well, it's also a nanotechnology thing as well. So you hear it referred to as gray goo more often than black goo, but some people refer to it as black goo. I don't know why. So get a frequency generator. Menudo. Anna said Menudo. Do you remember them? That was like the Spanish boy band? Bunch of kids wearing tight pants and tight shirts singing songs that they didn't write. Blake Gordon is asking, what is the biggest fear you have for your children in the next 1 to 5 years? Nothing. You know what? Maybe obesity for one of my kids, which is why I'm trying to whip them into shape. But other than that, not really anything. You know, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to handle themselves. I hope that they don't. I hope they don't falter to the bullshit. Menudo is food. Oh, so wait, not menudo. Menudo. Okay, food. She's talking about food. I thought you were talking about the group. She means menudo soup. Oh, my bad. That's what I get for, not minding my business on my own chat. Manuel, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thought you were talking about the fucking group. Excuse me. Yeah, not the group. New edition. Okay, Brian, you talking about the group now? Fuck. Or is that food we're talking about? New edition food. Anyway, Ricky Martin wasn't a menudo. Yes, he was. Well, which generation? There were so many different menudo groups, and I did not know there was still a group. Or they're trying to bring them back. One or the other. No, Ricky Martin's trying to bring back a new menudo. I don't know why. And it's funny, when Ricky Martin came out as gay, I remember saying, "Oh, someone diddled him," and that was probably his reason. Then a few years later, he goes, "Yeah, he was molested." I was go, "There you go. He was in a Menudo group, getting molested," and I'm not saying that made him gay, but that definitely pushed the needle in that direction. Ricky Martin only had one album I liked. I think it was his first album, and after that, I was like, nah. You know, I actually don't know any other albums he came out, but he only had one good album. Menudo is bussin'. I don't know if we're talking about the group now, the food. You guys confuse me with that shit. Menudo is a good for hangovers. Am I saying it right? What's the email? angryprepper@gmail.com. Am I saying it right? I met the group Menudo when I was young. Okay. Yeah, but which group did you mean? Like, there was so many versions of them, right? Like, what group did you meet? Anyway, sorry. Now we're talking about Spanish singing groups on a Prepper channel. My bad. So, guys, as far as natural disaster goes, again, everybody's worried about Yellowstone. I'm not worried about it. If it happens, it happens. We will deal with it. Though, supposedly, 10% of the world is going to die. I think it's going to be way more than that. I don't know where they got that 10% from. I think it's going to be a larger percentage of people are going to die. But there's also the caldera that's here in the East Coast, stretching from, I think it's Vermont down to New York, or a little higher than that. Maybe Maine to Vermont into New York, one of the two. But there's also that caldera that they're looking at, but that caldera is not acting up. Viking Prepper, I wouldn't say 90%, but yeah, it's definitely larger than 10, that's for sure. You're right about that. I wouldn't say 90, but I wouldn't say 10. I would say more like the 50, 60 percentile. Is 10 miles. Yellowstone is 10s of miles. I don't know what that means. Lee. I never had a tripe. Okay. Again, I'm not minding my business. I'm looking at the conversation here, and it probably has nothing to do with me. You guys are chatting amongst each other. So, again, guys, Yellowstone eruption, and there's a couple of other calderas around the world that they are looking at closely, and not that they're worried about it, but calderas that they're worried about. But, again, guys, if it happens, it happens. You know, there's not much we can do with that. That's a natural event that I don't think anybody wants to force that hand. That's for fucking sure. But HAARP, I think HAARP is going to definitely be used more and become more of an issue for all of us. Elephant Tripe Menudo. I don't know what the fuck you people are talking about, but okay. I'm pretty sure you're talking about food. Walterus, the event are the 3-4 things I mentioned already. You might be late to the party, so rewind. Again, are we rewinding or are we just scrolling? Whatever. I'm not going to have that conversation again. Who's the failed porn star? What's his name? Crazy Eyes. What the fuck's his name again? Full Spectrum. Failed porn star. I think we are all failed porn stars. Yeah. I wish. Yeah, I wish. Manuel, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Now you guys are getting fucking out of control with pickled pig feet. What the fuck is next? Pickled pig feet wrapped in Spam. You guys are getting out of control with this food shit now. Retirement's okay. I received a bit of good news today, but I have to wait and see where it goes. And it involves me going back to work. You know, if I go back to work, great. If I don't, okay. But as it was put to me, if I go back to work, I know what my pension's going to look like in 5 years. Why are sirens played with? What do you mean, why are sirens played with? I don't get that. Michael, Jesus, come on, Michael Wayne, you kidding me? No, he wasn't a Forget it. Are you moving to PA? I'm not moving to PA. I'll be in the area though, but I'm not moving to PA. Ligma, Sachs. I don't know what happened to Ice Age Farmer. I have no clue. Paul F. No payback? No payback. Supposedly, there's a lot going on involving payback, but I don't know if that would count for me because I retired. So we have to see. But like I said, we'll see. And as far as Ice Age Farmer, man, he just fell off the fucking planet. I don't know. There's a side of me that thinks he just somebody scared him. Somebody got to him and they scared him, and he was like, nope, fuck this. He didn't, they threatened his family, they threatened him, and he just fell off the grid. Johnny 308 said Ice Age Farmer was running for office and everybody bailed on him. Johnny 308, you got to elaborate on that. What do you mean bailed on him? What did he do? My Mother Spark, are you talking to me? Are you in top chat? I don't know what that is. Could you guys stop fucking with the encryption? Just spell it out all the way. Apocalyptic Coochie Fritos. Again, guys, getting carried away. Humble Lion said, angry is the Will Smith in New York. He's going to try and save it. The fuck I am. Yo, after... So I got a video releasing tomorrow morning on what's going on in New York City with the migrants. Yo, I'm out of here. I mean, listen, I'm staying close by. It means I'm staying in the New York, Jersey area, but I can't leave yet. And I will tell you why I can't leave yet in a couple of weeks. And I'll know. Again, guys, my life is not boring by any stretch of the imagination. I got shit constantly changing. It's like I can't get away from it. But whatever. When I explain it to you guys, a lot of you guys will understand. I wasn't that hot today, Firefly. It was all right. Jason, get a grip. Laura said, Jason, get a grip. Get a grip of what? Whiskey? Because I can do that. I heard Ice Age Farmer is doing in person. What? I don't get that. No, Paul F., I would never run for mayor or governor. Seriously, the city can kiss my dick. Like, twice. In 2 different spots. I don't want nothing to do with the city. The illegal immigration shit that's going on, guys. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about some of it on the Angry Truth tonight. Some of the shit that's going down, man, is unfucking real. I'm like, what? Yo, out of control. Out of control. So, I'm going to be talking about AI and robots and how bad that is for us. But I'm also going to be talking about the immigration thing. And if I don't talk about the immigration thing tonight, I'll definitely talk about it next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Yes, whiskey. Well, I'm not getting up to get whiskey now. Are you moving? I'm in New York. Are you moving? I am moving from New York City. I know that one. Jason needs bourbon cream now. I do, right? No, is that everybody's... You guys are writing these encrypted messages. I'm like, and, like shorthand writing. I'm like, stop that shit. I can't stand that. You know why I can't stand it? Because I'm half a retard. And I don't understand short writing. All right, Northern Girl, I'll take a look at that later. Illegals are not staying in my apartment. This cocksucking monkeys. Yeah, Adriana, right? You saw that video? That was fucking bad, man. So I'm doing a video based on that. I'm getting thirsty now that people keep talking about whiskey. That's for fucking sure. Jay Creature said, thoughts on AI and robot brothels in Texas. Jay Creature, I do nothing about that. Holy shit, is that real? Not that I'm going to visit, because I know you guys are like, he looks excited. No, I'm just like, holy shit. We went there that fast? I thought we had a couple years to that. God Beholds is asking, he's considering, or she's considering leaving Nevada and moving to Idaho. Any tips, yay or nay? You guys answer that question for God Beholds. Sorry. Move to New Rochelle. Richard De Leon, that's a consideration. Dylan, so the palm scanning thing in New York City, they tried it and they shut it down. They tried something else and they shut it down. It might take hold if you force people to use it, like Easy Pass. They're forcing people to get Easy Pass, right? You can't. I mean, you could, but then you got to wait for this mail and then pay it like that. And Easy Pass is a funnier way. I'm sorry, Easy Pass is an easier way. Middleton whiskey. I never had Middleton whiskey. Prosperity now. Maybe I should try it. Yo, fuck peanut butter whiskey. Seriously, that's the fucking nastiest shit I've ever had. I know Bear Independent loves that shit, but that shit is... Secondly, Bear Independent doesn't have a taste buds because he likes that shit. That is the worst fucking whiskey on this planet. I can't believe he loves that shit. He's like, oh man, I love this stuff. And then he poured me a cup and I drank it. I was like, what the fuck did I just drink? I thought I was gonna die. Manuel, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Right? I was like, this is fucking... Yo, that shit is right up there with Spam. Seriously, fuck that drink. Never again. Ever. I'd rather lick fucking Spam than drink that shit again. That's how bad it was. There are reservations here and they are sad. Again, another conversation that has nothing to do with me. Apple Pie Moonshine, another friend. That is good. Goes down like water. Could somebody talk to Michael Wayne, please? I don't think he gets ball breaking or jokes. He's like, how did you find out Full Spectrum was a porn star? Oh my God. I'm not even going to answer that. I'm going to ignore that altogether. Fraction, the cost of food has not gone down. It's stayed about the same. You're killing me, Smalls. Yeah, he's definitely killing me with that shit. I guess he's taking everything I'm saying literally. You do not take anything I say literally. I shit you not, man. I'm like, holy shitballs. I'm like, it's the porn stash and the crazy eyes, man. Holy shit. I get some people don't get it or get my humor, maybe. That, you know, whatever. That's fucking incredible. He's like, how did you know he was a porn star? What in the fuck are you talking about? Don't let the trolls distract you. Yeah, that's a big distraction. Anyway, guys, moving right along. So, 2012, supposedly we were narrowly missed by a massive solar storm. The most powerful solar storm in over 150 years. This intense geomagnetic storm supposedly would have done a lot of damage to us. And that was in 2012. And I think it actually, because the sun rotated, it just missed us. So as it rotated, it missed Earth. And if this is Earth, it just missed and fired off. And supposedly it was going to do some serious damage. But it didn't. Now, there's not a lot of hardening we could do against it. I don't know if they were talking about... what was that? The Carrington event? Bad or worse than that? But they said they said that it was like it, if not a little stronger. But we'll never know because it missed us, right? But supposedly the storm would have been catastrophic and would have wiped out the internet and almost all communications and caused trillions of dollars in damage. So clearly that would have been stronger than the Carrington event. Not as strong as the Carrington event, stronger. If it's going to wipe out the internet and all communications. Right? So, yeah, that would have been bad. And that's something that we should be concerned about, but not on a daily basis. Solar storms are going to happen, guys. We are due for one. If that was the one we were due for and it missed us, then we got another 150 to 200 years before another one happens. Theoretically. Right? Theoretically. And John Connor said you got to pay attention to these earthquakes as well. Fair enough. You got to pay attention to all of it, guys. But don't harp on it, right? Don't sit there and go, when's it gonna happen? And start crying and shit and fucking writing letters to YouTubers and what? Am I gonna die? Stop. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. How you react to it is gonna dictate whether or not you survive. You have to remember that, guys. Whatever bullshit they throw at us, whatever bullshit comes our way, your reaction is gonna dictate whether you die or live. Simple. All that other shit in the middle, guys. Yeah, the Carrington, Paul, the Carrington event was bad. But this event would have been worse than the Carrington event. Right? Keep in mind, we also didn't have the amount of electronics we have now. But if it's going to wipe out all internet and almost all communications, they said almost because the military would still have it. We would be fucked. Cell phone, everything would be fucking wiped out. But was the Carrington event that strong? Again, we don't know. Well, we won't know until we get hit with something that was the same level. Right? It's all theory right now. When they talk about shit like this, it hasn't happened in our lifetime. And when it does, we will know for sure how it's going to affect us. You can't take theory and make it true because it's never happened. Move to Westchester County. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge it. Yeah. Yes, little socialism. Robot hookers will go down in the EMP. Sorry. Say goodbye to Gertrude because she's going to die with the other electronics. Where is it? I haven't seen your videos in a while. Oh, okay. Michael Wayne said he didn't know I was joking. He hasn't seen my videos in a while. 10-4. I get it. But yeah, I was joking. I wasn't, like, serious. Yes, I'm going to get a ham radio. I don't want to get a ham radio. I really fucking don't want to, but I will get one. But yeah, man, I don't like that ham radio shit. That nerd shit. No, thank you. That's just bad news, man. Fucking sitting there nerding out like, I don't know, whatever fucking code you guys use. X5, 3X5. In and out, out and up, down. What is your location? Like, I don't know any of that shit, man. Like, I don't want to. You know what? I'd rather have one of my kids learn it and let them be the comms guy because I suck at it. I don't have the patience for it. I really don't. But I guess I'm going to have to develop that patience. Are there any high IQers in this chat? Jane Delaney, why are you asking that? When we're on here, we're all stupid. But when we leave here, we're not stupid. You get how that works? But breaker, right? Breaker 19. 19, breaker 19. What is your location? Yes, I'm a teacher. Chris Paul says yes. Only you. Oops says only you, Jane. Yes, Jane, you're the smartest person in the chat right now. Please guide us to safety. High IQ. High IQ. Listen, I learned early in life that a high IQ means dick. Because I know people with a high IQ that are dumb as shit. Meaning, they have no common sense. And having no common sense makes you stupid as well. As well as having a low IQ. So, there is that. You got high IQ people like, yeah, but this, that, and the third, and then they do or say the dumbest things, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? How's your IQ as high as Einstein, but you can't figure out basic bullshit like prepping? Yeah, I was told I had a high IQ, but I clearly don't. I became a fireman, and I'm on YouTube. How's that for having a high IQ? What's your 20? Yeah. What's your 20? Where are you located at? Yeah, I don't like doing that shit. Why are you talking? Because my mother sparked, because someone was asking about if were there any high IQers in the chat. Pretty much saying that we're all stupid. How's that for fucking high IQ? I got your stupid little bullshit message. And now she hasn't responded because she's like, these people are idiots. I'm out of here. You know, she fucking checked out. My IQ is 3 inches from the floor. Ha 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 ha. Nice one. Original. What's your Bravo? Holy shit. Can you please? 25. You rock it. Yeah, listen, tonight's arm ticket affected Jamie Foxx. Yes, it did. Listen, we're gonna know more about Jamie Foxx in the next couple of weeks. That's definitely going to absolutely be connected to the arm ticket, without a doubt. Yeah, we shall see. You know, we shall see where how much more information we find out about him. But a blood clot made him blind and paralyzed. And of course, if that is true, the internet's going to light up with conspiracy theories. Like, listen, guys. I believe the arm ticket is causing all of these problems. The problem is we have pseudo proof that it is, being that we didn't see these problems in 2019 or 2020, and then as soon as this thing was introduced, we had all these medical problems popping up. We had a lot of medical problems increase. And all you got to do is go to the internet and go, all right, all of these problems increase. Blood clots, heart issues, brain issues, behavioral issues, stomach issues, nerve issues, all of it increased after the arm ticket came out. There is a connection. The problem is there's no absolute proof, right? So what is it called? There's another term for it where it's, I guess, anecdotal, or maybe that's not it. There's another form of proof that it is, but we have to do actual research on it to find out. But yeah, we are definitely seeing the downside of it, guys, and we're going to see more people suffer from it. And I think a lot of people now who've taken the arm ticket are starting to get scared because it's starting to hit that community. You know, a lot of people are like, what the fuck did we take? What the hell happened? Is this going to happen to me? You know? So yeah, it's definitely an issue. Alvin, moving out of New York City, not moving far though. Probably like, you know, Westchester area, upstate. No, it's not a coincidence, guys. Not at all. A hypothesis. Nightman's wife. Yeah, okay, that's the word I was looking for. Hypothesis. Cognitive dissonance. But yeah, hypothesis, theory, right? But we don't have any absolute proof. SSI law passed last night, Jason. Dylan McCormick. I don't know what the SSI law is. You have to refresh my memory. I've been looking up so much shit. I feel like I'm stroking out every night with this shit, with all the shit's going on and trying to research it, trying to stay on top of everybody who's passing away, not passing away, you know, like, so refresh my memory real quick, please. Bubble World said the same people will get in line for the next one. They absolutely will. Absolutely. The same people who lined up the first time, they're going to be online the second time, and they're going to be new people on that line when they get scared. Guys, I've wargamed every last pandemic that can happen, every virus that can get out of control. I wargamed it all. And there's no way I'm getting anybody's arm ticket. Zero. Time to invest in flamethrowers. It's not a bad idea. All right, guys, we are at the 1 hour mark. I'm going to be headed over to Jason. Yes, I would visit Iceland again, absolutely. But I would visit the eastern end of the island. We were on the western end of the island. I would visit the eastern end of the island, absolutely. Someone said happy Pride Month, all. Yeah. Yeah, there are large rats in New York City, absolutely. All right, guys, you know the drill. Stay pure. Don't put any bullshit in your body that doesn't belong in there, and you won't fucking be partially blind and or paralyzed in the near future. Blue Steel, thank you for the donation. Everybody else, I will see some of you on the Angry Truth, and I'll see the rest of you on the Angry Prepper doubleheader next Tuesday. All right, guys, thank you.